I think for me, what is interesting and also a bit uninspiring is the English Premier League hiring Pep's assistants.
Yeah, like if you touch Pep like this, you're a coach.
You are terrible. I think that for me, that's the most interesting thing.
Matchup TV.
Welcome to another episode of the best sporting channel on the internet.
Yeah, man, don't let them lie to you. Sponsorship or not, the opinions are valid. Even you guys comment and tell us the opinions are valid. Luchan, Magwan, and Timberfwit.
No, nice one.
Hey, come back,
I'm feeling good. If I look at the sun is shining.
Hey,
it's a good day. But
the weather is sweet. Hey, bro, what are we talking about? What's good today?
It's the end of the season, and just like change, and as the weather changes, people get fired
and hired.
So we are talking about that change this week. We're talking about coaches, the coaching merry-go-round, in the European setup. Who's coming, who's going, old faces, new faces, exciting faces. So let's just start off. Who's exciting you?
I have two interesting ones.
Yeah.
I think Conte at Napoli is very interesting.
Yeah.
Because Napoli's owner is a very ambitious club owner.
Yeah.
And having tasted winning the league,
once more.
He wants more.
Yeah.
He probably also wants to go back to Europe and do something better.
Yeah.
And obviously the special one, Jose Mourinho.
Yeah.
Going to Fenerbahce in Turkey, and obviously Fenerbahce being the biggest Turkish team, it's going to be very interesting. And you know what Mourinho is when he's been given budget. We've all seen that before.
Let's see what he can do.
Being with Madrid, being with Inter Milan, being with Chelsea, his first term at Chelsea. We all know like Mourinho.
What he can do.
Yeah, no, don't give him a sniff, because if he smells it,
he's coming.
If he smells the blood in the wall, it's like a shark, bro.
He's coming for you.
He's
coming for you.
What's interesting you?
I think for me, what is interesting and also a bit uninspiring is the English Premier League hiring Pep's assistants.
Yeah, like if you touch Pep like this, you're a coach.
You are terrible. I think that for me, that's the most interesting thing, because if you look at Ten Hag, that was one of his selling factors.
Yeah, that he was an assistant.
He's touched Pep's blood.
Yeah, at Bayern. yeah. But look. If we're being fair, let's not take away from the fact of what he did with that Ajax team that had Ziyech. What are those Dutch boys now? The other one is at Bayern. The one was at United and he fucked up his career.
Sure.
So I think that Ajax team that beat Madrid in the quarters, the one that got to the semis in 2019 when Liverpool 2019 when Liverpool won it. So that was one of the unique selling points for Ten Hag. But
different league.
Different league, but for instance, I don't get the Vincent Company at Bayern Munich. He failed, but he failed forward.
That's another interesting one. But
he failed forward, bro.
No, I'm saying it's interesting in the sense that that is probably one of the biggest signings.
Shocks. Yeah, shock signing.
I wouldn't say shocked, because the Bayern setup lately, they're also very unpredictable. So them taking Company, it's shocking, but not unexpected.
Can I tell you something that's been very interesting and top of mind lately? Clearly, the European ownership model is leaving management in terms of like the coaching setup is no longer you're the football manager, meaning you can. Wenger. That thing is gone. It's gone.
Now it's head coach vibes.
It's head coach vibes. And I think having seen at what has been successful at a Madrid, having seen at what's been successful at which team can I use it as an example? Simeone at Atletico. Because these guys now have this obsession of saying the technical director and the owners are going to be the ones that sign hire and fire.
Yeah.
But the coach is given the equipment, and then the coach must just coach the team.
Yeah.
Because if you look at Arne Slot is head coach at Liverpool.
Yeah.
Arteta is head coach at Arsenal. He's not manager. Because if you look at it, it's Edu who makes the calls. Only he whispers to Edu and say, I want this kind of player. Because if we're being real, Arteta only signed 3 players. Declan Rice, Odegaard,
Yeah.
that goalkeeper who fucks up every now and then, the Spanish
Ramsey.
boy.
The guy from Brighton.
Yeah,
Brentford.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Sanchez, or I just forget his surname?
Yeah, I
That
know you
dude.
took up, but yeah.
Those were his, but like he wanted those guys. But every other signing, Edu was being like front and center.
Yeah, but I think that whole head coach and manager thing, I think the problem with football right now is that they're trying to make it a one size fits all, you know. So what works at Man City must definitely work
elsewhere.
Yeah. Look, I'm not for or against. I'm for what works for the team.
That team, yeah.
So I mean, yeah, the Vincent Company. Let's get into that one. What's going on there?
So, Mina, from what I've read and what I've understood, Company sticking to his principles of playing aggressive football with Burnley, even though Burnley was failing. It's this identity thing, and we've touched on identity in other episodes.
Yeah.
So this identity thing for me, and that's why I questioned it previously, and I'm questioning it again. Does identity matter that much in the current state of football? Because if you look at how football is being played by the most successful teams at the moment,
Yeah.
positional play, defensive, that stuff doesn't really matter. It's about scoring the goals, winning the leagues, getting the medals, and putting the championship on the table.
Yeah.
Because you can't tell me, like, for instance, I like to use this as an example. Don Carlo. Don Carlo is a unicorn.
Yeah.
But if you look at Don Carlo's Real Madrid, only 3 players literally have positions. It's Vinny, it's Rodrigo, it's his midfield. Be it Toni Kroos, be it Luka Modric.
Yeah.
But guys like Bellingham, they play wherever where it's needed in that moment. Guys like Nacho, even their goalkeepers, they switch and swap them whenever they feel like it. So
But-
is identity really that critical? Like, for instance, how do you hire Vinny Company, who's relegated at Burnley in the English Premier League, which is deemed the most competitive league in the world? This guy got relegated at number 19.
Yeah.
And
But-
then he gets the second biggest job in European football. Because outside of Real Madrid,
yeah,
Bayern Munich is the second biggest club. You can't tell me about United and Liverpool. That's just English bias, bro.
But
But if we're
sometimes-
talking
No,
literally
but-
good jobs,
but
we're
you know
talking
what?
Bayern, we're talking Madrid.
But you know what the problem is? It's this new way of doing things that you talk about. The shifting of the so-called shift of football. At the end of the day, if you're a football team, there's 2 things. You manage the business of the club,
Yeah.
and on and off.
Okay.
Manage those in your way
Okay.
and do what works for you. So I think a lot of these new club owners are obsessed with these sexy managers. You know, if you are sellable, you're well spoken, you look good, all these things. They're looking at the brands.
There's some brandability in your name.
Yeah. So now, you know, you won't hire an Unai Emery because he doesn't come across well,
Yeah.
but he delivers on the field.
on the field. Yeah.
You know, so I think there's that tension now with a lot of
Do you think Vinny will do well at Bayern?
look, for other reasons I hope so, but there's so many moving
Leave
parts.
race out of it. Leave the fact that he's a Premier League legend.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying for other reasons I wish he does well.
Okay.
But Bayern at the moment seems to be going
It's
through a lot of
chaotic.
change.
Yeah.
So if someone like Thomas Tuchel can go there and it can be calamitous, Nagelsmann can go there, and these are coaches with a bit more experience and pedigree.
Yeah.
It means there's bigger problems outside of the field.
Yeah, the veil we don't see.
Yeah, we don't see. So I hope he does well. I hope the setup allows him to do what he does, and then we can judge him on what he does.
Maresca, Chelsea. He won the championship with Leicester.
Amen. You know what? This thing of winning
Having touched
lower leagues, touching Pep's blood, and
And
those,
both coaches we're talking about were both Pep's boys.
yeah, you know what I mean. So I think let's give this person. There's a lot of hype around him. Let's see what he can do. So the same way. So just to be me, I'm fair.
Yeah.
I'll give you a moment.
Yeah.
But I'll start having a go at you once you've done something.
Okay.
So unlike people were saying that I give Pochettino a hard time, but I gave him time to do what he does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm fair in that sense. This guy, I don't know him much. I haven't watched Leicester play. I've heard good things, but again, it's the first division. Company was also great
at the
Burnley,
first division. Yeah. Okay.
The Luton Town guy was great there.
Yeah.
But now it's a different league, and also Chelsea is a different club.
So I wanted to go there. Chelsea, apparently this guy's not going to get signings because they're looking at selling players for meeting the FSR, the
FIFA fair play.
Yeah, but now it's a PSR, Premier League financial regulation, PFR or PSR.
So what is he going to do? He must do with what he has.
He must do with the current squad.
Okay.
There'll obviously be some outgoings. There's going to be some recruits who've been loaned out who must be brought back. Yeah, and then he must just see how it goes with that. And for me, that's also, it feels like he's been given a blank canvas because we don't necessarily know when he signed that what terms and conditions. He was like, is it a Champions League place? Is it winning a trophy, winning a confederation, UEFA confederations, whatever it may be?
But I think Chelsea's changed so much with this new owner, man.
Yeah.
Because before we could say, you know what? If he hasn't won a Champions League in a league in a year, he's going on.
Yeah. I mean, Don Carlo was fired after winning a double, bro. So
it's a different ownership.
Yeah.
Different. Yeah.
Look, I don't know much about Maresca. I'd like to watch him, and then maybe we'll revisit this.
We'll
but my.
But we're talking about coaches that excite us.
Yeah. So Maresca, I can't really say much. I don't know much. Arne Slot, Liverpool. I've watched a bit of Feyenoord in the Champions League and in the Europa.
Yeah.
With the squad that the Liverpool 2.0 Jurgen Klopp, with the squad he has, if he doesn't get top 4 and a cup, he'll have failed drastically. I watched Trent playing in midfield for England not so long ago.
Yeah.
The warm-ups for Euro. I think Trent needs to play that position full time. He needs to get someone who's going to be a sitter alongside him, and they free Alexis McAllister to be more in the 10-8 zone, and then there's a double 6, and then Alexis can play his passes to the front, and we'll see how it goes.
But now we're talking coach. You are getting into the team now. I'm looking at this coach.
No,
this coach.
This coach. I'm speaking this because I've seen how Feyenoord's playing.
Yeah.
So looking at his tactics,
do you think?
I think he can make it work with the current Liverpool squad. Hence, I'm saying
he's a good signing as a coach. You think he fits into that that Liverpool culture?
He's
whatever
decent.
You want to call it.
I don't know how he's going to do because apparently he's very big on putting the crowd first and foremost, which is a very big Liverpool coach thing to do.
So it's a culture fit.
Yeah, there's kind of like a culture fit.
Okay.
So I think he's a decent signing, but the 3-year deal was too long for my liking. I would have liked the 2-year deal.
Plus one, 2 plus 1.
2 plus 1, yeah. If you do well in the 2 and then the 1 we sign. Okay. But the 2 could have been a clause that's leaving the window open for Xabi Alonso. But this is bias of me because I'm a Liverpool fan.
Okay.
David Moyes has left West Ham. I don't know what's going on there because we said incomings and outgoings. So let's talk about outgoings.
I think he's done a lot, man. I think he's done a lot for the club, man. I mean, he brought them success.
And he also found them in relegation.
No, but guys, let's be honest. Look, you see, we're going back to this thing of sexiness now.
Oh, because David Moyes is some Scottish guy. He doesn't have a sexy name.
Yeah, there's no sexiness. Now we think he must go. And we're going to get some exotic Spanish-speaking, beautiful football guy.
With nice hair like Arteta.
You see now, we're forgetting the main thing, which is football.
Okay.
So for whatever reason, they let him go. But I think he can be proud of what he's done at West Ham. As a coach.
Yeah.
And the things
and he was coach, he wasn't manager. Yeah. He was coach there.
And what he had to do to that club.
Your guy, the madman from Brighton, De Zerbi, also left Brighton.
Okay.
What do you think? What's his next move? Or you're not really convinced?
About him.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced about, because now I split the league into 3 zones. There's the bottom section coaches.
Yeah, Labeba survive relegation.
Yes, the experts, some elitize that vibe, you know. The experts in that space. No, it's not to offend anyone, but it's what he's good at.
Yeah.
And then there's the middle table coaches.
Mid-table, which like the Brentford guy,
yes,
Thomas Frank.
Abo Frank. And then you get, the top 10, top 8, top 6.
8,
you know?
top 8,
so,
yeah.
About Giuseppe and these guys.
Mid-table
vibes. And the Potter obsessions. You see, those things
concern
me.
You don't like those guys.
Those things concern me because, that's an interesting one. We'll get to Eddie Howe. But it concerns me when you it's a different world. You need to compare apples with apples. You can't take a Brighton and say because you could do well at Brighton. Why not go to Real Madrid? Young John, there's those dynamics that you need to consider.
Yeah. I think for me, the second most exciting, my first exciting one, I'll start with it, is Mourinho at Fenerbahce.
100%.
It feels like a reinvention of the guy with a league that doesn't have too much eyes on it, and he's actually gonna get to coach.
No, his league is gonna be Champions League. That's his league.
Yeah. Like what he wants to succeed at would be Champions League. But I feel like not that everyday pressure of being in media and in he's going to have time to literally be in the lab.
Yeah, and just work.
Yeah, he's just going to be a chemist in the lab, and he's going to mix his chemicals, and that's going to be his Fenerbahce stay. That's the most exciting.
Did you see his introduction?
It looked like some dictator, bro. Some dictator just taking over a military coup. Not a
yeah.
Now you treat the shirt is in my skin. I'm like, you say, I'm like, you say it's prime time TV, bro. My second exciting one is Hansi Flick Barcelona, especially looking at that La Masia boys that Xavi promoted and are now like proper first 11. And then there's guys like Gavi, there's guys like Pedri, there's also that African boy, I just forget his surname, he plays on the wing.
But now Barcelona as a setup, okay, behind the
chaotic.
scenes. So
it's chaotic.
I think the challenge is that, man. The money thing.
Yeah, they ain't dead.
The ownership thing.
But that's why I'm saying Hansi Flick getting the young boys and having seen what Hansi can do with the young team, especially at Bayern, and a little bit of his time at the German team, even though he wasn't given enough time to
do his thing.
But
do you think he's got the environment to just work?
I think Hansi at Bayern is going to surprise a lot of people. I mean, Hansi at Barca is going to surprise a lot of people, especially considering the fact that he has to make do with what he has. Okay. It's like Ungenekishini.
But he's got youngsters and talented people. He's got a nice academy. So.
And also, Hansi doesn't go alone. He usually goes with like a personal trainer. He goes with this physiotherapist.
He has a team.
He has a team alongside him. Okay. So I think he's going to put some critical changes within the Barca setup.
Do you think this is left of field?
Yeah.
Do you think Tuchel could go to West Ham?
He'd never do that to his career. No.
Do you think he's a budget kind of coach?
Yeah, especially having left Mainz, Dortmund, and then he
needs to elevate.
PSG, Chelsea, Bayern. I think Tuchel's next job is probably going to be something like a national team job.
Or Man United.
Or United, yeah.
And we're talking as a rumored vacancy. It's not
It's
not official.
Yeah. Pochettino's out of a job. David Moyes is out of a job. Jurgen Klopp said he's not taking a job anytime soon.
Are you putting Moyes in the Manchester United conversation?
No. I'm putting coaches that are available.
No, we spoke Man United and you just dropped him in there.
No, Moyes said he's not going back there.
He's not going back
to United. Yeah.
Okay.
He personally said that. But I'm just saying coaches that are available.
Who's available for let's go back to the United job. If Ten Hag
United, I think it's going to be a close contest depending on, like you're saying, if Ten Hag gets fired.
Yeah.
It's going to be a close contest between Poch and Tuchel. But I don't see Tuchel making it work because the current 36% owner, Jim Rattle, Sir Jim Rattle.
Sir Jim, yeah.
So Jim he kind of doesn't want combustible characters.
He's obsessed with sexiness and likability.
Yeah,
so Pochettino will get the job
might
if
get
that's the
that job,
case.
especially with what he did in the last 10, 15 games for Chelsea.
Yeah.
I also...
So you think Frank is not in the conversation?
Nah, Thomas Frank is nice at Brentford.
Potter? Because Potter's also got this likability.
Potter's
British
waiting for
factor.
the English job. Because remember, this is Gareth Southgate's
Southgate
his last job.
There's many in the queue.
But I think they're gonna take Potter.
Even Howe is also in there.
Hi, Eddie Howe. You don't like that? What did that guy do to you?
No. What is it? No, I'm talking. I'm factual here. There's been people who are saying
Eddie Howe for England.
Now it must go to England. Him, Potter. There's this obsession with having English coaches coach England, and apparently Eddie Howe's revolutionization of Newcastle puts him in
front and center.
Yeah, of the English show. I mean, if you're gonna put Potter in the mix, you might as well put him in the mix as well.
Fair.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's a bad coach. I mean, England.
There's this young coach. He's at Stuttgart, Germany. The nephew of Bayern's one of Bayern's senior guys.
Yeah.
The surname Hunes or something like that.
Hunes. I know that surname, a very prominent surname, yeah.
There's a young coach at Stuttgart. He's gonna make waves.
But where's he going?
No, he's not going anywhere. He's staying put.
He's staying put there.
Him and Xabi Alonso are going to go head to head.
Are they the next?
German league.
Are they the next generation?
Yeah, they're gonna go. That German league. I'm sorry for Harry Kane. Bayern Munich is not touching anything for the next few years, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering what he thought when he saw Vincent Kompany.
Anyway, team,
it's a question.
Yeah, let us know which coaches moving, not moving, excite you.
Yeah, sure.
Also, we'd like to find out, even locally, we'd like to find out what you would recommend for us to touch on.
Yeah.
But yeah, share your comments. Let us know how you felt about the episode. Like, subscribe. Peace.